Welcome back. We're at Lesson 2 in Genetics and Biotechnology. Let me add here that this this whole module is very dense, it's very rich, and it's important that you do all of the reading before you attempt to do this in your classroom. So if you have not already given this whole teacher's edition a good skimming, take a few minutes to do that now, and particularly to Lesson 2, and come back to this video after you've read it. So as you saw in Lesson 2 overview, in this lesson we'll be going through what it would be like for someone to go through getting their DNA tested through a process called DNA extraction. And in this case it would be Jack and Jill, the parents of Mary and David. Of course, we won't be using blood, we'll be using a strawberry, or if you'd like to try another fruit, you may want to give one of your groups something other than a strawberry and see how that compares. After students learn about DNA and a little more about the process of genetic testing, then they will mimic DNA extraction of blood from blood, but they will actually extract DNA from a strawberry following these steps. You need to have all this set out ahead of time, of course, or it'll be a big mess. First step, maceration, involves squishing up the strawberry in a Ziploc bag. Students want to smash it up pretty well. In this slide here, where where the cells are compared, the animal cells and the plant cells, that's necessary for some background information to help students remember that they're working with plant cells, and in real life they would be working with animal cells. So this is a great chance to review that. Hudson Alpha has a free app that's available called iCell, and this would be a good time to have students download that, and they can use that in their comparisons. So after macerations, then you begin the process of lysis, which is breaking down that cell membrane. And you will add the solution that you made ahead of time, which is water and a little bit of soap and salt. Add that into your Ziploc bag and squish it around a bit with that strawberry. Encourage students to mix it up well, but you don't want it to be foamy. If it starts to get foamy, then you need to just stop. After that, students will filter the solid parts from the liquid parts of their strawberry, just using a basic coffee filter over a cup. And then students will add that liquid part of the strawberry lysis solution to cold isopropyl alcohol, and that encourages precipitation. And you'll see the DNA clump up right where the alcohol and the strawberry solution meet, and it forms a nice little cloudy looking precipitate. And then students can use the little wooden dowel which you've got in your kit to spool the DNA out of the solution in a way similar to the way cotton candy is spooled out of the cotton candy machine. And a word about that dowel, you might want to have students tuck that behind their ear at the beginning of the lesson. They get tempted to poke things, especially this filter, with that dowel, which of course will make a big mess. So having them stick the dowel behind their ear can prevent that from happening. And at the end of the lesson, students are encouraged to look for other times when genetic tested might be used in the real world. Also be sure, even if we don't say so in the videos, that you are carefully reading the State Course of Study standards that these lessons build towards, so that you can use language to make sure students are moving in that direction. And an interesting aside, this young lady in this picture, we found out, is now getting her PhD in science. Enjoy Lesson 2, and we look forward to hearing how it went in your classroom.